Hey guys, it's Sydney and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very requested video that pretty much all of you wanted to see once you found out that I got an iPhone, and this is the what is on my iPhone 5C video, plus how I edit my Instagram, because you guys have also been very curious about that. Finally, I'm doing this video for you guys. Sorry it took a while, but finally I'm sitting down to do it for you because you guys really wanted to see it. Also, if you're interested in these kind of videos, I actually have two What's on my iPod 5 videos. I'll have those linked down below. You guys really enjoyed those too, so there's some options for you. So the first thing I'm going to go through is my iPhone itself. This is the white iPhone 5C. I got this, I think I got this like two or three months ago, doesn't really matter, but this is the iPhone 5C. Here's what it looks like. It's the 8GB. I don't have a lot of room for apps. These are just kind of the necessary apps that I have, and I also forgot to mention that I don't have any music on this phone because I'm using my iPod for that because it just takes up so much space. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I guess I'm going to go through with the apps for you guys today, and please do not judge me, but my fingernails are not having it today. Like, they do not look very good, so please don't judge me. So without further ado, let's get into the apps. So the first thing you see when you open my iPhone is this. My wallpaper changes all the time. I swear I change it on a daily basis, but today I was feeling a bit tropical. Now getting into the apps, I only have 2 pages of apps because I don't like to have too many, I like to have them organized. So the first row is obviously mail, calendar, messages, and settings, which is very self-explanatory. And then I have the weather app and Pinterest. Now my Pinterest is always linked down below if you want to go follow it. Here it is. It's at Sydney Augusta, and I'd like to say that I have pretty good taste when it comes to my pins. I literally just scroll through this app all the time, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. So yeah, everyone knows what Pinterest is. It's good. Then I have photos, and oh god, I just took a million photos of myself right before this. We'll get into that later though when I tell you how to edit my Instagram. So then I have camera, which is also self-explanatory. And then I have my photo editing apps, which here's just a brief overview. I have Insta Collage, A Beautiful Mess, Snapseed, Flipagram, ViscoCam, PicFX, and PicCollage. And those are all the editing apps that I use. I'll also get into those later. And then I have a Snapchat, but it is a private Snapchat, but hey, let's take a pic. There we go. Yay. My Snapchat is private, so sorry you can't follow that. Then I have the Forever 21 app, which is so helpful because sometimes I'm not available to use a computer, so I use this all the time, and I swear I have like over $200 worth of shopping stuff. Cat. And then we have Pandora, and I've been using this like crazy lately. Rihanna Radio has definitely been my favorite, so here are my most recent radios. Today's Hip Hop and Pop and Ariana Grande are also my favorite, and the Summer Hits 2015 Road Trip. They're all bomb. I totally recommend you get the Pandora app. And then I have I'm planning lots of videos for the future, and then right here I have little emoticons that I got from my MacBook that I sent to myself, which I think are kind of fun, and then Instagram caption ideas, judge me all you want. I have my description box, which I edit all the time on here, and then social media passwords, which I keep private, and then I have GarageBand, which I should probably delete because I never use it, and obviously the YouTube app, which is pretty bomb. And hey, if you're not already, you should subscribe to my channel. Here it is. I'm not loving my banner right now. I'm kind of thinking of changing it up. Here are my most recent videos. Click on them. Make sure to enter my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Woo! Then I have my contacts and FaceTime, App Store, Appzilla 3, which I pretty much only use for looking at my horoscope, and this is 150 apps in one. I can't remember if I had to pay for this or not, but I love it. So yes, I am a Scorpio, which I said in my most previous video, which you should check out. Then I just have this little app for telling me how much money is in my account, and then I have phone, Safari, music, and Instagram. Here's my account if you want to go follow it. I would say my theme is pretty on point right now. I'm pretty happy with it. I totally recommend you guys check it out. I love to edit my Instagrams. Again, I'll get into more of that later, but just a little self-promo. Then moving on to the next page, I have stuff to save for, and these are all links that I found for things that obviously I really want. Instead of like copying and pasting the link, I just have a little application for them so I can easily find them, which I think is very helpful. And then I have a whole bunch of extras of stuff that I never use. You guys get the gist. It's just not fun. These are all the boring stuff that I'm forced to have that take up room that I need. And then maps. And then I have a Skyward app, which is for checking my grades, which I don't need anymore because it's summer. And then I ordered something on Amazon, so I also put a little application so I could track where it is and when it's gonna come. So that is my iPhone right now. So now that I've shown you guys all the apps, I'm going to walk you through my Instagram. So basically it's at Simi Augusta. Go follow it. The link's always down below. Little self-promo over here. But my general theme for my Instagram is kind of higher saturation, bright, colorful. I like to do the little doodle edits, so stuff like this I really like to do. And of course I'm gonna walk you guys through on how I do that. And so that's just kind of the general theme for my Instagram. I try to make it as best as I can because I just think it's really fun. So now I'm going to get into the apps and such on how I edit my Instagram pictures. Okay, so now for editing an Instagram picture, the first thing I'm gonna do is go into my photos, and yes, I took a bunch of selfies just because that's what I do. I like to have a lot of options. So the first thing I like to go and do is delete the ones that I do not want, the ones that aren't going to make the cut, and this normally takes a little while because I'm very indecisive. Okay, so then I go and I look through all of them and I heart the ones that might make the cut. I seriously have no idea. I pretty much just heart the ones that have potential and that I can sit down and edit and then go through at the end and see. I know, I have a major problem. Then it goes into this little folder of favorites so I can easily get to it. And so now I have to figure out which one I actually want. Guys, I wish I could have your help on this because I seriously have no idea which one I want to post. I think I'm gonna go for this one. Okay, so once I know what photo I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna go into my photo editing apps. And first off, I'm going to go into Snapseed. This is a great app for me because I love to touch up my photos. So I think I decided. And so there's a bunch of tools you can use on this app. So I go into the little editing thing, I go to tune image and I can adjust the brightness, ambience. I up the saturation just a little bit because I don't want to look too faded. I like to up the highlight a little more just to brighten it up. And then the warmth, I like it to be a little on the cooler side. So then I save a copy of it. And then I go into ViscoCam, which is my new favorite editing app. So here's my library, and something I like to do is after I post an Instagram picture, I like to post it on here and then see how my feed's going to look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that picture that I just edited, click it, and press this little button over here. And we have a whole bunch of filters to choose from, which is a very fun part. I really like my photos in black and white, but for my Instagram theme, I like them to be a little more colorful. Normally I like to go with C1 for my photos and then kind of tone it down a little more. We'll tone it down a little more, and then I'm going to edit it over here and up the brightness because that filter made it lose its brightness. Actually, no. Something I really like to do is go to this little triangle tool and sharpen my image just because it makes it look a lot better quality. So I normally up it to like 2 or 3. I feel like the picture is pretty good. So then I'll go over here and see how it'll look on my theme. I think it looks pretty good. So I will save that into my camera roll. So lots of you have been asking what app I have been using to do my little doodles on. I will show you. So like on this one, you guys were asking what app I used for that, and also with this one and this one. So that's kind of my new theme, is for like the middle row or just like the one row in general to have all the doodles on them. What I'm gonna do is go into this app is Insta Collage. So I go into frame, click no frame, and put all those down because I don't want any frame on it. I find the picture that I need and then I click it, I go to edit, and then I go to draw, and I go to mostly the smallest feature, and I like my doodles to be in white, and then I just doodle away and see what I can do. So this is what my final image looks like. I added some dots and lines in the corners. That's kind of what I'm going for. Nothing totally advanced. I'm just doing this by myself with my finger. I wish I had a stylus so I could get more in detail, but this is what it ends up looking like, and then I go over here and just save it to my camera roll, and that's how I edit my Instagram. So guys, that was the complete video on how I edit my Instagram photos and what's on my iPhone. I have very basic apps on this iPhone, nothing too extreme, but you guys really wanted to see it, so of course I'm going to do this video for you. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up to make sure that I know that you liked it, because again, it was very requested. If you have any other requests you'd like to see on my channel, please leave them in the comments below, along with anything else you would like to say. Also, don't forget to subscribe in the button. I think it's over here. Make sure to go click that because it's really easy, and then you'll get updates every time I upload, so that's always a plus. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I love you!